It's 7:11 in the morning, and as I check the weather channel, it's like 38, yeah, 38-degree Fahrenheit uh, here. So it's really cold outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about like marriage. So I've been like, so I'm married twice. I got married twice with same man, okay? So, yun. So, we had a wedding in the Philippines last March. We count that. So, when my husband and I talk, like, ano yung, what do you call this? Date that we're gonna go ahead and celebrate. Is it March 23 or the August 1st? That was happened here in the United States. So, we decided to, what do you call this? To use the March 23 that was happening in the Philippines. So basically, if we count that, it's March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So we've been married for 7 months already, turning 8 months. So thanks to a few things that I understand or you know about marriage or I realized when you got married. So first is respect. One thing that people or one thing in a relationship should have respect to each other, because without respect, uh, you're just gonna go ahead and you have to realize that in marriage, it has two people. Hindi isang tao lang yung dapat nag-work sa marriage. And both of your opinions, since you're two people in a relationship, both of you has differences. Both of you has different opinions and decisions. Especially when you are an independent person for a long time. You have to respect each other's decision and each other, what do you call this? Um, paniniwala. Like us, my husband and I came from a different culture. He's an American, um, and I'm a Filipina. So we both grew up in a different culture, different country. So both of us has a different, opinions and belief, and then especially food. So you just have to learn how to respect each other, and you have second is listen. You have to listen to one another. So listening and then respect comes together as well, because if you don't listen, how are you gonna be able to respect one another? So those are the first two um, things that what do you call this? I learned from being married to an American guy, because it's a huge difference. It's a huge cultural differences, especially when you move here in the United States. Everything will gonna change. Your point of view will gonna change as well, because you're trying to adapt new environment, new environment, weather, new people. Everything is new, so you have to adapt to it, because you're not on a vacation, you're facing a new life. That is why. So after listening and then respect, well, respect and then listening, another thing that I knew from being married is, what do you call this? That I learned from being married is, even though you're mad to your husband, you still need to cook for them. Why? Because maybe a lot of people who gonna watch my video will gonna ask me why. It is because we all believe that food is a way to a man's heart. So kahit gaano pa kayo magkagalit, when you cook for your husband, especially if they're really, well, Americans are really appreciative. Like, if you cook food for them, if you give food, or if you prepare a meal for them, they're always gonna say thank you. It follows, like, everything that you do for them, it follows thank you. So that's the good thing about it. Like, when my husband and I had a fight, like, I still cook for him. And then he always says thank you. And then with that, we're gonna go ahead and start talk to each other, talk uh why we had this fight. That's the simple way to fix everything, actually. And then what is the other thing that I learned from being married is you have to be patient. Another thing of being married is to be patient enough. Okay, patient enough that you can handle things together, or you as a wife can understand how your husband acts sometimes. Sabi nga, 'di ba? You can only know a person's real color or true color is if you live with them in one roof. So basically, since we had a long distance relationship for a year, um, we only know like half of our identity, half of our like the way you do this, the way you do that, because you only talk through phone or through Skype, Messenger, or whatever you and your partner use. So when you move to one place, everything will be different. You know that your partner is a neat freak, something like that. So that's for example. But then if you decided to move in together, you're gonna you're gonna be able to see like boys are boys. So some boys are makalat, right? So they will gonna depend on you. So you have to be a lot of patience. Well, I'm not talking about my husband. So you have to be patient enough na pulutin yung mga kalat nila, especially when they remove their clothes. So you're gonna be patient enough to do that because you're his wife. Not that I'm talking na it's a bad thing, but it's an example. It's like you're what do you call this? You're living with another kid. So for me, for example, I have a kid. I have a 3-year-old kid and then I have a husband, right? So it feels like I have two kids in the house because I'm the one who's taking care of them. So you have to be more patient enough. And then another example for that is if you have a discussion or an argument, you have to be patient enough to understand it. You have to be patient enough to explain to your husband, especially if there's a cultural differences and especially if you have different opinions. So you have to be patient enough to explain it, let him understand it, let him realize to listen to you. Because one person in my life told me or advised me that men are stubborn. You're gonna go ahead. Most women were gonna agree with me. So men are stubborn in decision making in everyday life. Sometimes men are stubborn. So another thing for being patient is, yeah, what do you call this? Be patient enough when you have a fight or argument. Okay? Some men, hindi magpapatalo yan. Because, especially if you married an alpha male, so, 'di ba, men should be the head of the family. So, they have this authority level. So, you have to be patient enough. Especially if you or we women become or tend to be independent. So we have to be patient enough. Again, patient enough to explain it. Never get tired of explaining your own decision, your own thinking to your husband. By that, they're gonna understand who really you are and who really you are in marriage life. Okay? And fifth thing that I learn from being married for 7 months is never give up. Because a lot of people think that marriage is easy. Marriage is a fairy tale. Well, here's the thing that I could tell to you. Not all marriage is a fairy tale ending. It's just the beginning of your new chapter together with your loved one. So don't expect easily or don't expect on the spot that you're gonna have a happy ending, or let me say a happy beginning with your marriage life. Okay, it takes a while for you to realize it. It takes an adjustment for you to be happy about it. Okay, not all marriage will start in a happy way, especially if you're adjusting big time, like adjusting the environment, adjusting living together, especially if you didn't had a chance to live together with your husband or with your partner before you get into marriage life. Because for me, marriage is not a trial. I can say that marriage is not a trial and error phase. That if you don't like it, if you two wouldn't agree together, you're just gonna go ahead and decide to, I want a divorce. I don't want to live with you anymore. Well, honestly, I tell that to my husband when I get mad. Okay, I know it is bad, but I want him to understand that when he get into a marriage situation, he has to learn how to fight with it, or he has to learn to how to work on it. You know, well, some women or some people has a different way on how to face their arguments with their partner. So me, I guess that's the way how it is, because sometimes it's really different. It will strike in your head that, hey, what do you call this? Hey, this is not what I wanted, or this it I don't want it to be here anymore because this is not my country. I wanted to go back to my home country, something like that. Well, on my part, when I say that to my husband that I wanted a divorce, I don't want to do this, it's because I realized that I just wanted to go back in the Philippines. But my husband knows me better that I only says that because I'm homesick. I'm getting homesick. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Homesick is real, guys. So it's not the way that you're thinking before you leave to your home country. If you're especially you're gonna marry an American or a foreign man, you're just gonna tell to yourself, homesick is not real. I'm gonna get over it after a month or so. Nuh-uh. Homesick is really real, guys. So, yeah. So I have those 5 things that I learned from being married for 7 months. First is you have to give respect to one another. Second is you have to listen to your partner. Like, even how awful it is, her opinion, even though you don't like her opinion, you have to listen to them. Like all both ears. You have to open both of your ears to listen to your partner. Third is never stop cooking with your partner. Never get tired of feeding them, because it's a way how they're gonna understand your love. And then fourth is be patient enough. Be patient to your partner, because you vow to each other. You vow to each other that you're gonna love them for the rest of your life, through sickness or in health. And what was the other? For richer and for poor. We didn't say that to our vow, actually. Yeah. So, but then we understand it. And call me. Anyways, for the fifth one, it's yeah, for the fifth one is never give up. So even though you made bad decision together with your husband, or even though you went into a huge argument or discussion, never give up on each other. Never give up on understanding each other and hearing each other thoughts. That's the thing that you should always bear in mind. Never, never give up, because marriage is not easy. Marriage needs to be worked on. So hope you guys get something for my vlog about marriage and about married life, and hope you're gonna see my next vlog. So I'm thinking what to do in my next vlog, or what to cover in my next vlog. But it's almost winter time here in the United States, so I'm thinking to make a vlog entry about having or experiencing my first winter here in the United States. So watch out for my next vlog, and don't forget, like and subscribe, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.